Passing girls notice a handsome guy who is going to play the flute. But when he starts playing tunes from a 5th grade book, the girls run away because of the terrible game. The guy's name is Atsushi Miyagawa, who is worried about tomorrow's music lesson. The next day, his older sister Atsumi Miyagawa worries that the boy will catch a cold and gives him a warm coat and scarf, and then go to school. On the way, he says that he is worried about the upcoming music lesson until they meet Seo Takahashi, who is delighted with the guy's beauty. After Atsushi, his girlfriend Hina calls out to him, who complains that it's cold outside. He shows off his coat and offers his scarf, but is arrested by the police. At school, at recess, the girls decide to have a snack. Near the vending machines, Seo jokes that Atsumi will take the milk. Atsumi says that milk does not grow and she eats food full of calcium anyway, but she takes milk anyway. Later, Seo finds out that Atsumi has a younger brother and assumes that he, like his sister, is small and mischievous. However, Atsumi denies this. At home, she is met by Atsushi, who immediately drags the girl to play. However, she stops him and offers to go to the store. On the way, Atsushi sees a rabbit handing out sweets to children. Atsushi is mistaken for an adult, and his sister is given a treat. In the store, he complains about his height, but Atsumi says that he accepts him for what he is and asks for an item from the top shelf. Some time later, Seo is touched by how small Atsumi is and offers to have lunch together. As a result, Seo feeds her friend because she believes that her small stature is due to malnutrition. Seo asks what kind of guys they like, which makes the guys prick up their ears. Seo says that she likes guys with a height above 180 centimeters and brown hair, which makes classmates sad. Atsumi says she also wants a guy taller than her. Seo notes that anyone fits this criterion. Seo goes off into his fantasies of a prince on a white horse. Atsushi is at school, where his classmates offer to change clothes for speed and physical education. Teacher Futami Moriyama sees Atsushi take off his shirt and run away from the classroom. Later, Atsushi does not have a partner to warm up, and his teacher acts as him, who runs away again. In the staff room, she tells her colleague Makamura that she doesn't know how to contact guys because she went to a girls' school. Later after school, Atsushi and Hina go together. The girl says she has heard about bad people who are dangerous to children. A holiday is coming, for which Atsushi needs a demon costume and he asks Atsumi for it. She suggests going to take Nai's neighbor and asking him for a suit. At school, the kids are scared by his costume and throw beans at him, which Atsushi is happy about. Hearing the noise, the Futami teacher runs to check on the students and crashes into Atsushi, which causes both to fall, and then the girl runs away from such a thing. After school, his classmates admire his demon game and offer to repeat it. She fulfills the wish, but the police start chasing him. Atsumi asks to be a demon at home, but refuses. Before Valentine's Day, classmates ask Atsushi what kind of chocolate he likes. After that, his friends talk about the dangers of excessive consumption of sweets and offer to help him eat it. Atsumi and Seo go shopping and notice that the holiday is coming soon, after which they decide to cook sweets on their own. Atsumi asks her friend not to overdo her sweets. The next day, Atsushi receives a lot of sweets from classmates when his friends brought boxes with them, pretending that they were also given sweets. After school, Atsushi brags to a neighbor that he is now gorging on chocolate. Atsumi says he can eat no more than 1 box a day. She also asks to share what the boy doesn't want to do, but seeing the gift from Hina, he agrees. Atsumi gets movie tickets, but doesn't know what to do with them. Atsushi expresses a desire to go, but she warns that the film is romantic and he will be bored. However, she sees the handsome man without noticing Atsumi. While watching the movie, the girls start crying from the drama while Atsushi sleeps out of boredom. After the movie, Seo thanks for the movie, saying that her eyes are red from crying and they say goodbye. Atsumi notices that his brother's eyes are also red and he says that he slept the whole session. The doll festival is coming, to which Hina invites Atsushi to visit. He's worried because he doesn't know what to wear. He suggests a biker outfit, but this choice rejects Atsumi. It is also difficult to find a good outfit from donated clothes from a neighbor. As a result, his sister dresses him in a casual outfit and he goes to visit with the joyful gait of a schoolboy, dreaming of delicious food. However, Hina's mom won't let him in after seeing an adult man. Atsushi returns home sad. Atsumi comforts her brother by bringing him a cake. At this time, Hina thinks that Atsushi got lost on the way. Take Nai comes to visit to give back the clothes he no longer needs. He is treated to dinner for donations and asked about the reasons. The man says that after the breakup, he decided to get rid of things that remind him of his ex, including work, which is why his mother stopped feeding him. After dinner, Take Nai tells Atsumi that she has become a wonderful girl. Before leaving, he says that he is thinking of starting to earn extra money. However, he did not specify that he would earn extra money from his mother washing things. It's a white day when the boys who receive chocolate on Valentine's Day should give sweets in return. Atsushi says that everything is ready for him and brings food since he does not know how to cook. Atsumi decides to help by asking how many sweets to cook. At this time, Atsushi decides to make a special gift for Hina by making a wrapper. At school, his friends, after seeing a lot of cookies, say that the girls constantly monitor their figure and offer to help them eat treats so that the girls do not take offense. Teachers receive a call about a suspicious person offering sweets to children, and Hina is surprised by a strange gift in the form of a card. Atsushi is watching TV and her sister is interested in her homework. She says that if he doesn't study, he will become like their neighbor Take Nai. He sends him to the library to focus on the task. Seo wants to meet him, who mistakes him for a primary school teacher. She admires the fact that he has a hard job and then says it's time for her to go. He offers to sit with him, from which the embarrassed girl runs away, and he just wanted her to help him with his homework. As a result, he did not do his homework and asked to show the solution, which turned out to be a friend. However, passers-by misunderstand him, and when Hina takes out the notebook, he is no longer around. At school, the teacher talks about upcoming security classes. She says that everyone should say hello to people, especially Atsushi, so that he will be remembered. The next day, he approaches the Kijima policeman and gives him a business card with his address and phone number. The next day, Atsushi sees passers-by whispering. He is glad that he has finally been remembered and offers Hina to hold hands. He's being arrested here as a suspicious guy who molested a police officer yesterday. Sakura begins to bloom and the brother and sister go to celebrate it, as others do. They decide to buy food and meet their neighbor, who works at a food stall. Take Nai reflects that he wants to marry a rich woman, which Atsumi doesn't like. Next, they see people celebrating around and meet his teacher Futami and her colleagues. Futami's teacher pulls the guy to her, saying that the guy has a beautiful body, because of which she had to rescue him from the police many times. Atsushi and Atsumi decide to escape, leaving Take Nai for the teacher. Atsushi goes to school and sees first graders, considering them cute. But since they saw him for the first time, they mistook Atsushi for a teacher. He asks Futami's teacher for help and she explains to the children that he is not a teacher. Then they decide that he is the teacher's boyfriend. At this time, everyone is surprised by the smallness of Atsumi, who is in high school. She complains to Seo about the new students. Then Seo goes to the crowd of students, explaining to them that Atsumi is not a gifted child and begins to list everything that she likes about Atsumi, which makes everyone lose interest in the girl. Atsumi thanks for the help. 2. The guys decide to go for a ride and wait for Atsushi with a new bike. The boys notice that he has extra wheels and ask about his ability to drive. Atsushi replies that he tried to learn, but he couldn't and his sister bought additional wheels. Hina goes to meet them and greets the boys. She sees the extra wheels and scolds the boys for bullying Atsushi, who immediately blushes and removes the wheels. Then they go to the place where the grass grows so that they can fall. A whole day passes and Atsushi finally learned how to drive. He thanks Hina and invites his friends to go for a ride, but the tired boys say they will agree another time. At school, the Futami teacher asks you to write about who the guys want to become. Atsushi replies that he only wants to become of normal height like his peers. Everyone understands this desire. After school, Atsumi and Seo discuss professions. At home, she thinks about it and Atsushi says that he has the same task. He says that he would like to become a game company or a lifeguard. He remembers that Take Nai worked a lot of places and decides to ask him. The next day, he brings a report that he wants to become an actor in adult films, which shocks the teacher. 4. In the evening, Atsushi asks for permission to come to his friends tomorrow. Atsumi allows it, promising to cook cookies. The next day, Atsumi didn't notice how she cooked a lot of food. At this time, friends came to whom Atsushi boasted of his sister. Atsumi decided to distribute food to the neighbors and also invited Seo, whom she told about the incident. Seo eavesdrops on the boys' conversation and hears that Atsushi is having trouble. Seo takes his hand and says words of support that he will succeed. The Miyagawa family goes to the springs, where they dress up in ekats. However, the size for an adult did not suit the parents. Atsumi refuses the offer to go swimming in the springs together because of her age. Later, she notices the girl and asks about her parents and she takes her to the locker room. Already in disguise, Atsumi finds out that she was brought to a common source, where the girl's father asks the girl what she is doing alone and where her parents are. She replies that her parents are here somewhere, and when she sees her brother, she calls him father and leaves with him. Sports day is approaching. Atsushi's friends are slacking off, and their teacher Futami is scolding them. They say that with Atsushi, it will only get worse from training. Atsushi offers to go to a sports day at home. The parents agree, but when they hear that they have to participate, they begin to complain of pain. Atsumi meets a neighbor who treats her to ice cream, and she suggests that he find a better job. At the sports day, Atsushi defeats other teams as he is taller and faster than his peers. Atsumi sees that his brother is different from the other guys. Atsumi informs Atsushi Take Nai treats him to ice cream and he immediately goes there. Take Nai suggests that the boy try to make himself an ice cream and goes to take a break. At this time, Seo sees Atsushi, considering him a neighbor, and greets him. She comes to Atsumi and is surprised when he joins them to eat, believing that they get along well. After that, Atsushi calls Atsumi to the relay race where the family needs to participate. Because of their unusual appearance, Atsushi gets into the adult team and Atsumi gets into the children's team. As a result, Atsumi loses because children are much more active than teenagers. The next day, Seo comes to visit and praises Atsumi for his efforts. And then she notices Atsushi sleeping. Suddenly, Take Nai comes to them, who brings the remaining ice cream. He and Seo get to know each other, which is considered strange by Atsumi, who thought that the two of them knew each other. But they're talking back. Atsumi says that Take Nai is their neighbor and Atsushi, her younger brother, is sleeping in the room. Take Nai comes and calms the girl, saying that she will understand what to do when the time comes. These words strangle the girl. Atsushi wakes up his sister at school to pick up clothes, but she asks him to choose what he likes. After going through all the clothes, he finds a bag of Take Nai things. Atsumi, due to drowsiness, does not notice what he is wearing, but sees scattered things. As a result, he shocks others in a mesh t-shirt. At school, the teachers, seeing Atsushi's outfit, asks him to change into something else as soon as possible. However, the guy does not have a change of clothes and he suggests just taking off his t-shirt. At recess, classmates cannot understand what the teacher did not like about the t-shirt because it is light and comfortable. After studying, Hina admits that she likes his casual clothes more. They hold hands, but he is immediately dragged away from Hina. A cultural festival is coming, which Atsushi and his friends decide to attend. Atsushi can easily be confused with teenagers, but it is given away by the fright of a teenager in a scary costume. Next, Atsushi asks Seo about her sister. Immediately, the classmates ask Seo about the handsome man. She replies that he is Atsumi's younger brother, but the girls thought of Atsushi's friends. Seo replies that Atsumi has been asked to perform in a play and offers to percussion to the boys. One of the students considered Seo and Atsushi to be a couple and offered to find out about their compatibility. However, Seo remembers that Atsushi is just a boy and appearances are deceptive. There is a huge crowd in the school cafeteria for buns. Seo offers to make his way through the crowd, but Atsumi says that because of the growth, it's better to wait. Then Seo decides to put his girlfriend on his back and place an order. Later, Seo says that she is the only child in the family, but would like to have a younger sister. Later, they are going to go shopping when Atsumi says that it is difficult for her to pick up clothes and she buys in the children's department. After taking a walk, they end their day with a conversation in a cafe. The next day, Seo invites Vince to eat at the buffet. Even though Atsumi brings food with her, she chooses to spend time with a friend. One day, there is only one piece of cake left in the school, for which the students want to compete and the winner will eat it. Since the girls also participate, they choose a game of hide and seek. Atsushi doesn't like it, as it's easy to spot because of its height. He is noticed by two policewomen who began to suspect the guy when he started running away. Classmates at this time are waiting for the guy to return from a break and see how the police detain him. Futami's teacher asks for her student's release. Kijima remembers that she has already seen the guy and feels sorry for his difficult fate and wants to help him one day. Later, he is brought to her, suspecting him of something bad. In physical education, Futami's teacher gives a task to jump rope. Due to his height, Atsushi gets a jump rope on his head and is offered to jump in a squat. Later, Atsumi and Seo do their homework. Atsushi returns home and Seo greets him with joy, but remembers that he is 12. When the girls have finished studying, Atsushi complains of hunger. Atsumi suggests eating together, which is why Atsushi drags the girls with him. On the way home, they see that it is dark outside. Atsushi says that he will protect his sister and takes her in his arms. After that, they hear a police siren and are taken away.